First thing I do when I go home is I turn the TV on. Even if I'm not watching, I'm glad that background noise is there to distract me from actually focusing and being conscious on what I'm doing. Exams. What if you wrote an exam tomorrow, and then you were asked to write the same exam 24 hours later? How would you do? Most of us, I feel, would fail because our education system is only testing short-term memory. They just want us to put stuff on paper but not understand anything. Imagine writing the same exam or test 24 hours later. Just unconscious living. The national anthem, the Chinmaya Mission Pledge, all of this is still very unconscious. Ask someone to stand up and recite it, there'll be a hesitation there. We live our lives like that. Showering. How many of us focus on the brand of the soap, the smell of the soap, the toothpaste, the toothbrush, the actual sensation, the water on our skin? Our mind is everywhere but that shower. Complete lack of awareness in our day-to-day activities. Food. Do you remember the taste of food? Today, Girish asked me, he asked me a question, and I said, no, about vegetarianism. And I said, let me eat my food first, because it's a larger subject to discuss, because I just wanted to eat. And he keeps bothering me with questions. But that's what we do. What happened to just eating? Movies, right? And then we talked about movies, how we go to movies with people, and they just keep wanting to talk. And that's why I go to movies by myself, because I don't want to talk to anyone. I just want to watch the movie. Movie time is not talk time. Talk time is talk time. Movie time is movie time. Just focus. Multitasking is a fallacy. When I was at Ivy, all they did was tell us to multitask indirectly. They gave us a laptop. We had to buy a laptop. I paid $2,700 for my first laptop. And they put wireless internet in the room. What did they expect us to do? I'd be on ICQ, back in the day, right? ICQ, pretending to listen to the teacher, reading my textbook, making a comment at the same time. All of this, perpetually. I did this for 2 years, day in and day out, because they wanted it. This is what, you're an executive for a company, talk to 14 people at a time and make 20 decisions. But Vedanta, one thought at a time. You can only have one thought at a time. Why not focus on it, finish the thought, go to the next thought? Where do you think I learned this? Sandeep. It completed my education. It filled in the holes that Ivy left in my education. We need to be more conscious about what we're doing, how we're writing, how we're breathing, being alive. That snow, everyone had so much fun just playing in the snow today. When was the last time we just played in the snow? Played. Arts and crafts, like at the CHYK camp in the summer, arts and crafts was a hit. We just all sat around and played with Play-Doh. Just that sensation, putting it in the oven, baking it, that was fun. Name tags, living, being conscious. Where were you when you were making your name tag? Making the name tag. Where are you now? What's going to happen after? This is what we need to start doing, observing our lives, observing other people's lives. And I wanted to focus on this idea of studying other people's lives too. The question was about negative company, right? We don't have to expose ourselves to negative company, but we do have to learn from negative company, from this side. Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a story of Lord Dattatreya. He was an Avadhuta, a naked mendicant. King Yadu is a king back in the day. He has everything in the world. He's hunting in the forest, and he sees this naked, wandering boy with a dog following him. And he's glowing. He's happy. And King Yadu thinks to himself, I have everything. I can have him killed like this, but I don't glow, and I'm not smiling like him. So he goes to this Avadhuta, and he says, why are you so happy? Why are you glowing? And you have nothing. You don't even have clothing. And he says, these are my 24 teachers. I learned from the ocean. I learned from the ocean that if praise comes, meaning more water, or the sun takes water away, censorship, I remain stable. I learned from the wind, to treat all equally. Does the wind blow more on the petals of a rose versus the thorns of a rose? No. And he learned all of these different lessons, meaning he was observant, he learned, he bettered himself. In the movie Peaceful Warrior, this is what sets Dan apart from his friends. His friends, very unconscious living. Dan was constantly observing. Why are my friends fighting? Why this? Why that? And the movie depicts it so beautifully where you see him just sitting in the light, just reflecting on his life. He says he doesn't like himself sometimes. His friends weren't thinking that. Even in DC, when we did this exercise in Mona, where everyone spent an hour by themselves, my first question was, what did you learn? And so many people said, I learned this about myself, I learned this about myself, I learned this about myself. 1 hour by themselves. Where did they get their answers from? Themselves. They learned about themselves by themselves. This is that Shravana. This is that we can. This is that observation which we need to develop in our lives to get us out of this rat race. And after we've made these observations about our outer world and our inner world, we have to turn them into insights. Observation needs to turn into insight. And you know how that's done? By thinking. Conscious thinking. Reflection. Manana. The emails that some of you get, Manana Mondays. On Mondays, you're supposed to reflect. Just by thinking, our observations turn into insights. And an insight helps me behave accordingly, helps me behave properly. I need to reflect over my body. Do I look like I looked 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Am I going to 15 years from now? But I spend 100 hours a week on my body when I'm not my body. My mind, when my mind, that sad thought comes in my mind, there's also so many other thoughts. How can I get more focus on that? Money. Does money bring me happiness? We need to reflect on the observations that we're making in our lives. This is done by taking the time to think. Sudha, she was a batchmate of mine from Australia. Swami Vivekananda came while Guruji was not well. He taught us Advaita Makaranda, which is an amazing text. And in that it clearly says that the world is an illusion. Sudha could not cope with that idea that the world is an illusion. And she would tell me that every day after class she would walk on the top of Yashodalaya, where the girls' residence is, for half an hour, doing nothing but just thinking. That's real money. It's not, okay, casual thinking or unconscious thinking. She did nothing but thought about what the teacher said, what the class said. After each Vedanta lecture in Sandipani, I would go for a walk up and down the road twice. Because I wanted to think about what Guruji was saying, about what the Acharyas were saying. And this is why I always advocate, please take a walk in the morning, please take a walk in the evening, after you've read self-unfoldment, after you've read your notes or whatever. Just take a walk. No cell phone, no headphones, no people. Walk. It's good for your body, it's good for your mind. And when we do this manana, we will discover how brilliant we are. These words that I'm offering you and that I've offered these last 2 days, you know all of this. I'm positive you know all of this. The only thing that sets me apart here and you apart there is I think more about my life than you do. That's it. That's all that sets us apart. I observe more, I do more reflection, and I act. That's it though. I wasn't born with this capability or that capability or this whatever. Just thinking more. Can we all think? Yes.